Good morning, Dodos. It's a lovely morning in ARK. ARK is a survival-based online game. This is the island. We've got lots of extinct and exotic creatures that will, unfortunately, kill you. But you can tame them, use them. It's an exciting place. And here we are in the Southern Isles. Let's jump over these coelacanth. Might be piranhas in here. When we started off 2 months ago here, we had to build thatched bridges to get safely to and from. Things have changed a little bit since then. We still have the thatched bridges, but we've added some defences here. As you can see, that's our actual clan, ATS. We're on the server Gale Lords, and Gale Lords have been very good in adminning and taking care of us here. Lovely, lovely community. So we'll head down to our first, our second base, our thatch house. Our original blue base was taken apart by raptors inland, and that was a bit of server lag. So we'll have a look down at our first village. There's Foghorn Leghorn and Adrian. A couple of the animals that we've tamed here to assist us. And some of them have saddles to help out, and some of them we just give food, they give eggs. It's a lovely actual item. So I'll have a look at the actual first village. There's Ledge's Love House. There used to be a fabricator and smithy in here, but we turned into a taming bin. We drop pigs in there to tame. And there's our first armory, nice and secure. There's our first thatch house, well, second one that I built. And as you can see, too high, multiple rooms. Andy did this extension. Yeah, very good. And we were always climbing over each other and getting stuff done and doing our best to survive. And so I decided to build a sea castle. There's our first farm with our two Sarcos, Leatherhead and Daisy. There's a Tweety Pie, Archiventus. There's Search and Rescue. Very handy. Swoop. And a lot of the actual names are after the Dinobots. There's Slag, Sludge, Grimlock, and Barbarella the Mammoth, and lots of actual creatures we've tamed and we use. Big Willy style for first. There's Pretzel the Quetzal. That's our second actual. That's the new actual flying beast. And there's our second farm and Rexan and Grimlock. But the big part of it is our base here, and I'll show you our little sea castle. I'll show you Andy's little area. I'm just going to open this up and close it up. And here we have Isengard when all the forges are full. And there's Tony. Again, you fall asleep when you log out, so you got to log out somewhere safe. Oh, there's our smithy and fabricator. We've got Kermit and Carmilla, and there's Andy sleeping around. On the second floor, Andy's actually put Pinky, Percy, Perky and Porky. And we use them for topping up the actual bins, and we use thatch to make the compost. And what's very, very nice is a little drink of water here. Is this little roof garden. A couple of defences put up by Alan, and again cover the courtyard. I built this area here. Well, that's the tower. The residency was the first one to be built, and a little courtyard. And I called it the Chateau d'If. And Andy and Alan have been helping me build it ever since. We're just going to the harbour here. It's easier just to jump down. Where we have two megalodons, Sharky and George, crime busters of the sea. We've got Flapper, Flepper and Flopper. And we have our little turret here, protecting them. And it's getting a little foggy now, but this original chateau residence here was the first one built on actual stilts on foundation. And we have our ground floor. We do a lot of our cooking. Industrial girls get that prime meat cooked straight away. And on the second floor we have our manufacturing of things like storage and making up our spark powder and our stuff for cooking. We have our generator here, and you can see it's quite stocked up. You can also see we've got good of a stock afterwards as well. We have our smokers and also our fridges. We're making our jerky there. That takes a bit of a while, but again, all the eggs for making kibble, And we don't have a lot of kibble left because, as you can see out there, we tame a lot of dinosaurs. And again, keeping this stuff for keeping about 3 to 4 of us fed at any one time. There's about 6 of us in total. We all log in. There's 3 main. There's myself, Andy, and Alan. And the rest, like Athos and Tom and James and Tony, they all come in and do their little bit every so often. The chateau at the moment is 5 floors, and I still the top one there for security reasons. We haven't really finished it. We've just put out the actual rooms, and we'll be editing and changing it. Andy's done some with this. We've got some security here with a little landing area, and it links nicely. Close that. It links nicely here now with the front area. And the chateau was done. The original residency was done at normal resource gathering rate. The actual admins of the server have upped the resource rate in the last couple of weeks, so it allows us to do our extensions quite quickly. Maybe a little haphazardly. You see there's a few mistakes there, but it allowed us then to put in these vaults here, and they have to be done on metal foundations, so we've got 2 vaults there, not full or anything. And then, as you can see, work in progress, this little barracks here. We haven't figured out exactly how to lay it out, so it's just very generic here at the moment with beds and lockers just to keep things safe. We're not so certain if we actually have to log out with our stuff in a locker, because some people just clip through the floor and die. So we don't know if we're going to put like tables and chairs, but it's all, again, work in progress. And again, the next floor above, very uneven, we'll be fixing all of this. But we don't know what's going to go in here. But we'll go to the top anyway, and I'll just open up this. And as you can see, we've got some turrets here and some lights. And if we go up the way, and again, all of these actual rooms here, we can actually put beds. They're actually sealable. They're actual. They keep people safe. We put windows, firing items, and now we're up on the top of the item, and we can ride the ballista. And you see, we've got a great view for anybody attacking. The ballista bolts are expensive, but it's a worthwhile actual weapon on top. Gives a formidable kind of deterrent. Just gonna close that there. I might jump into the water. No, I think I'll go down the ladder. Just be safer. Make sure I close everything on the way back. Don't leave any open doors. People could go in, try and steal your stuff. There's Voodoo. Yep, I wouldn't take on his base. He's got actual saber-tooth cats on patrol in his base. Not a nice place to try and rob. So I'll close these areas here. Close that there, nice and still. I'm going to jump in the water just to get down quickly. No falling damage in the water. So that's the actual sea castle area and our first initial settlement. It's grown quite a bit. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of actual dinosaurs. Each one has their own general use, and some people use one more than others. And let's get around Barbarella there. But I'm going to take Tweedy Pie and show you the next area of what we're looking to do. While it's great to have our initial village and our sea castle, we're always thinking of, well, what more could we do? And you know, the castle is nice and all, but always planning to see what could we do. So I took some stone and I started making foundations up on the rocks here. Now the rocks aren't level normally, but give a few foundations, some ceiling parts, some actual items, so you can actually smooth it out. And this is what I got. So I'm getting a nice actual platform for building something up here. I'm not certain what. I'm going to let the lads decide what they want built. But I've got it all set to the one actual standard. I've got it all set to so all the actual items interlock with each other. Took a bit of time, but I've got it. And hopefully the lads can put like maybe an aviary, a lift, or we don't know what we're going to put up here, but it should be nice. Give us a commanding view of the area. So I see the sun is starting to set here. ARK is in alpha mode, and the actual admins have actually upped the resource gathering rate in recent times due to changes in the map and wipes of people's bases. So again, we're quite happy with that. our progress could be wiped at any time because it is alpha. But this is only a taste of what people can do when they actually sit down and put their minds together. And it's a persistent world. It's online. There are up to 70 spaces on the Gaylord server, and we haven't had that much of a run-in with other people. We've always kept ourselves in a nice secluded area. There's not much resources out here, but we actually got the actual animals to get the resources quickly, so it kind of suits us. And it runs quite badly. Yeah, oh, Tweety's just... I'll bring Tweety back. I'm just going to land here. I'm going to put my body somewhere safe before night comes. And Adrian's still collecting stone. So this is ARK, and I'm going to put my body somewhere safe so people don't come in and kill it. I think I'll go in through the front door. And it's available on Steam. It's on special at the moment, I think. It can look really well when it needs to be, but it does run quite badly in terms of it's very unoptimized. Will support DirectX 12, but for the moment I'm going to actually go have a little nap now. And that's ARK. Hope you enjoyed our base.